Hey, gang. Hey, how do you like the new backdrop or the new digs or whatever? I know it's pretty boring, but at least it's better than the doorknob and a wall with all the nail holes in it and stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited about that. Today we're going to do a country rock solo, actually, over a G blues. And it involves basically the same lick, but just in different places for the different chords. It's kind of a fast open string pull-off lick, and then there's some nice picking fingers there at the end. Hey, as usual, if you like this, give it the thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, subscribe for a couple of these every week. We'll see you in just a second to go over this note for note. Hey, gang. All right, let's go over this, I don't know, somewhat note for note. I want to show you the lick for sure. This is basically a lick that's used over all of the chords, and so it's sort of like a one-lick solo over a whole chorus. First things first, though, if you want to know it note for note, you can download the tab. I'll put a link in the description below. And then also, what the heck, I'll include the backing track too, so you get a twofer, all right? Thing I want to impress upon you, though, is that it's really the style of the lick that's important, and I would encourage you to come up with your own versions of this and your own things, to test it around a little bit. All right, so this is over a G boogie. So what this is going to do is it's going to use the third string, open string, which is a G, as kind of a pedal point, all right? And so when you're playing the G, what we're going to do is we're going to slide into, on the fourth string, each time we're going to slide into the root of the chord. So if this is a G, you'll notice right here on the fourth string, fifth fret, is a G, right? So we're going to slide in from one note below and then play the open third string. All right, and then we're going to pull off on the second of the chord, right, or of that scale. So the second would be an A, right? It goes G, A, and then B. And each time we're pulling off and then giving it one additional hit. Right? That's all we're doing. So over that G, that's all I'm doing there, is I'm playing that open note. And then the experimental part is where I would ask you is that I'm going up on the G major scale on that third string and just kind of traveling on that same string. And I'm just trying to get closer to that C to make it easier for me to play the next one. All right, here's the next one that I'm going to play over the C. We're going to slide up to the root of the C here at the 10th, fourth string again. Notice that playing that open G doesn't really matter. We can still play it over that C chord. Sounds great. So again, now we're going to play the second of the C chord, and then the third of the C chord, which would be, the second would be the D, and the third would be the E. So that's going to be played on the third string. And then I'm just kind of coming down on the G major scale to get back into the zone, right? And I'll do the same thing. Now the D. Here's my root of the D on a 4-string 12th fret. And then I'm playing D, E, and F sharp. Those would be the second and the third of the D scale. Now I'll do the C. All right, and that just sets me up for the last lick, and I'm just going to kind of go a little bit nuts. I'm basically doing a blues scale lick, but I'm starting out, or I guess it's more or less I don't know if I want to say it's out of a Dorian mode or Mixolydian or what have you. I guess it makes more sense out of a Mixolydian. But I think of it as a blues because I'm basically on the second string, I'm bending to this sixth to the sixth fret which would be in a blues box position. Right? And that's what I'm doing right there. So for this one, I'm bending up on the second string up to that sixth, on the fifth fret, a half step up to the sixth. And now I'm really kind of trying to pick it and pull that one up. All right, and then on the string above, I'm using my middle finger to pick that, using pick and fingers. And then I'll use the pick again. I'm just shifting that whole pattern down 2 strings. So now I'm going to do it on the third. And then coming up to the root on the fourth, right? And you can throw in whatever lick you want at the end. It can be any, blues lick you want. Anything you want. All right? So that's it. Now, what I would do is I would say, you can experiment on this, and you can use even different scales. If you like a harder edge to it, you could use the blues scale, the G blues scale, and that sounds great too. That sounds great, right? So you don't have to stick to the major scale. You can experiment on what, notes you think sound great over those chords and try a bunch of them. All right, gang. Well, there you have it. A nice country rock blues using some pull-offs there and following the chords pretty well, and then showing you the cool lick at the end there to kind of cap it off. All right. Hope you enjoyed this one, and we will see you on down the road.